Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Saturday, October 17th, 2015, around 5:05 in the afternoon, Billerica, Massachusetts. Been a cloudy day, some sunny breaks, but it looks like it's in the 50s, and it looks like it's gonna rain or even snow. There's been some places in New England that's seen some snowflakes. Maybe there'll be some patchy light snow. Coatings on top of the mountains and the hilltops, but nothing in like the valleys and stuff, which is good news. Killing frost tonight. That means the growing season's over, and it's going to be down in the 20s, so heavy winter jackets for the next couple of nights. Some news to report. LA Dodgers pitcher Zack Greinke has opted out of his contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers and is going to be a free agent. The LA Dodgers, I hope, re-sign him to a long-term extension with more money. If not, then some other team's going to grab him and give him what he wants and stuff. Greinke's probably going to win the NL Cy Young Award this year. And the MBTA commuter rail service, the company that runs it, Kilos, has lost $20 million with the service for the first half of 2015. Wow, that's a lot of money and stuff like that. It's probably because of the winter, this past winter, and many experts says the MBTA should take the commuter rail service in-house, but they'll probably lose more money if they do that. And Buzz TV tomorrow night, beginning at 8, will be showing 2 episodes of the classic 1983-1989 game show, Sale of the Century. Then from 9 to 10, the all-new Beat the Clock, hosted by Monty Hall, that ran for about 4 months on CBS in 1979 and 1980. And from 10 to 11, they'll be going to be showing the classic TV game show Double Dare, hosted by Alex Trebek, from 10 to 11, which ran 4 months on CBS. So people voted on this on Facebook and stuff, and those were the top 3 vote getters. Now you see it. Wordplay and Trivia Trap did not make the cut, but eventually all those 3 shows are going to be on Buzzer sooner or later. Or like a former co-worker at Hard Hank State Technology, Bill Bolton, would say, by hook or by crook. That's about it on the news. A little long news segment, because I had some like little tidbits of commentary. And the next subject I'm going to talk about is something that happened 26 years ago today, and it was the 1989 earthquake that hit the San Francisco Bay Area, Oakland area, which was a 7.1 earthquake on the Richter scale and stuff like that. This earthquake caused $6 billion in damages, but only 63 people passed away during this earthquake and stuff. And this earthquake happened around 5:05 in the afternoon local time on October 17th, 1989. This earthquake was only for 15 seconds and stuff, but it caused a lot of damage. A lot of buildings, especially in the San Francisco area, especially the Marina District of San Francisco, were crushed and stuff. Power was knocked out for most of San Francisco for about a half hour or so. That means all the television stations, all the radio stations lost power, but within a half hour later, they came back on and stuff like that. And some of them did, and by midnight local time, about 80% of San Francisco was back on power and stuff like that, and by the next day it was almost all set. There were a lot of buildings that collapsed. Also, a lot of highways collapsed. The Bay Area Bridge that connects San Francisco and Oakland, part of the bridge collapse and stuff, and also like some freeways and some Bay Area, collapse and stuff like that. And it was a lot of damage and stuff. This was the first earthquake that was on television and stuff back in 1989. ABC was actually carrying Game 3 of the 1989 World Series between San Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's. It was the first ever kind of subway series since 1956, which was between the Dodgers and the Yankees and stuff. So that was the first, could call it, subway series, and they were reviewing Game 2 with Al Michaels and Tim McCarver, and then at 5:04, once they were showing the highlights of Game 2, the sound was, and the power was going off, and the sound was it, and Al Michaels says, we're having an earthquake, and then the power was temporarily knocked off. Then there was a blank green screen that said World Series ABC and stuff, and when they got the audio back on, that was, Al Michaels says that was an amazing part of thing he's ever been part of and stuff like that. I got the audio back, and like a few hours, like a half hour later, they have the thing was restored, and they had Ted Koppel from Washington for the ABC News. He hosted Nightline. They went to doing the stuff with reporting from the earthquake and stuff, and showing the pictures and stuff. Soon NBC and CBS were breaking into their primetime programming, showing what the damage of the earthquake, and even CNN. There was no Fox News channel at the time, because Fox News wasn't even in existence back then. It would be in close to another 7 years before they went on the air. And also there was no internet and stuff, and no Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or any social media in 1989 and stuff like that, because if it was back then, probably the internet would probably be crashed down, because all the stuff with the people texting and stuff like that, and this and that. And this earthquake was a major disaster, but it survived. But it could have been very catastrophic, because Game 3 of the 1989 World Series was going to be played that day and stuff, and most of the people in the Bay Area actually left for work early, and actually stayed at their works, because they were going to have after work parties, because Game 3 of the 1989 World Series was supposed to be starting played at 5:35 local time in San Francisco, 8:35 on the East Coast and stuff. So a lot of people were not on the roads and stuff, or weren't out and about and stuff, because they were going to watch the World Series and stuff like that. And only 63 people died during this earthquake and stuff. It could have been a lot more, because around 5 o'clock it's rush hour traffic. So that event probably saved this earthquake from being more people passing away. Could have been very catastrophic, and it probably been more of $6 billion in damage and stuff like that. It took a while for the Bay Area to recover from this and stuff. The President of the United States back then, George W. Bush, trying to act for declaring the Bay Area of California a disaster area and stuff like that, and took some time to rebuild it and stuff. But it's got back on its feet a few months later. They had to postpone the World Series for about 10 days and stuff, and the Oakland A's swept the San Francisco Giants in 4 straight games to win the 1989 World Series and stuff. There was actually the mayor of San Francisco back then actually told the commissioner of baseball, Faye Vincent, about them telling him to maybe play the World Series a month later and stuff like that. But Faye couldn't do that because if San Francisco could not host the games for the World Series within an X amount of days, Faye Vincent was going to move the World Series either to San Diego or Los Angeles for the remainder of the series and stuff like that, because he could not have he postponed the World Series for a month or so. So they did it 10 days later and stuff like that. And that's about it on this. I will be back later for the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about ESPN Sports anchor Chris McKendry. And keep calm, everybody. And I'm Julie Punning Guy. Molly Rosenblatt of Fox 35 rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart's so stunning, and she has nice legs as well. And in the words of Bruce Cronin, former co-worker at Hot Hanks Data Technologies, want to put a wager on that, Richie. See you later.